very good evening to you viewers and a very happy Diwali to all of you. Welcome to Inside Northeast. I'm your host Durba. This is Friday Live, and to make this evening very special, very musical, and to light it up, so to say, we have with us tonight none other than the Tetseo sisters. They have redefined folk music and have touched the hearts of everyone, not just in Nagaland or the Northeast, but all over the country. So a very warm welcome to Mercy, to Lulu, and to Kuvela.
Hey, we are the Tetseo sisters. I'm Lulu.
Hi, I'm Mercy.
Hi, I'm Kuvela.
And on the auspicious occasion of the Festival of Lights, we bring you greetings from Kohima, Nagaland.
Hey!
So happy Diwali to you, and I must say, as usual, you're looking absolutely gorgeous and you're beautifully dressed. I wanted to know, is this your traditional attire?
Yes, today we are wearing hand-woven traditional Chagesang attire with accessories from made in Nagaland brands Cats Gourmet, Good Touch, Minye Handmade, and handmade boleros from Pero by Anit Aurora.
Well, I must say you are truly the cultural ambassadors of Nagaland. So the next question that I'd like to ask you, perhaps Mercy, you could answer this. What was your earliest exposure? When was your earliest exposure to music? Who were your musical influences?
We grew up surrounded by music and like most households in Northeast India, there has always been a lot of music around us. My first memory of music is maybe listening to my parents play ABBA, Bonnie M, Jim Reeves. There was a lot of choral gospel music around us as well. We have been exposed to a lot of different kinds of music, ranging from folk music in the village to Western classical to Bollywood,
K-pop,
Tamil films,
films,
all kinds of different kinds of music, African beats,
classical,
rock
Chinese
music, Chinese, French cafe music,
Mexican.
yeah, all kinds of music. So we have learned to appreciate all kinds of different genres of music, and we continue to be inspired by listening to all kinds of different sounds, and we really enjoyed so many different kinds of music. And we love creating and experimenting with different kinds of music as well.
Fabulous. That's a lot of varied exposure to music. So what are you going to perform for us right now? I mean, I'm very excited, as I'm sure all our viewers are. So what's a special song for Diwali?
On the auspicious occasion of the Festival of Lights, to all who celebrate the Festival of Lights, we bring you greetings from Kohima, Nagaland. And here's a very special cover. It's a mashup actually, which we have for you, and on the guitars is our brother Maseve. We hope you enjoy the song.
So beautiful. Now, tell me something. Perhaps Lulu, you can tell me, you are all sisters and all of you love music. But I just wanted to know, how are your personalities different from each other? For example, is Mercy the most outgoing? Because she seems like a fun-loving, outgoing person.
We are all very different and similar at the same time.
We are all very private and introverted people. But the kind of experiences that we have had in life because of our music has taught us all to become more sociable
and polite.
Yeah, so we're all that. But deep inside, we're all very private people. But that's our similarities. In terms of differences, we are all very different individuals. We all have very stark likes and dislikes. We're all very passionate about different things. For example, Kuvele, she is she is our stylist, and she is into all this very creative things, especially when it comes to clothes and fashion and styling and makeup.
Yes. And she also takes care of our social media.
Right.
She handles all our social media accounts.
Right.
And
so
she's our spokesman.
Yeah. So I don't like to talk, but I end up talking.
Our travel agent as well.
Yeah, so we all have different roles. Azi, who's not with us today, she's
the diva
definitely.
in the group.
And she kind of leads us But actually, the one person who actually commands us all is Madam Commander here. So she's the youngest in the group, but she holds everything together in a way. And
Our brother,
right,
he
he doesn't like to be on the camera, but he also has very strong opinions about things. We're all very different in the sense that we have so many distinct likes and dislikes. But we all come together for love of food, for love of travel
and music,
and
of
music,
course.
of course. Even though we all have very varied and different tastes in music too, but the music that we make together brings us together.
Fantastic. So, Aziz the diva, I wish she was also here with us tonight, and of course, also your brother, Maseve. And apart from that, I also wanted to know. Uh, this is something I don't know how many people know, but the Tetseo sisters are very highly educated. So I'd like you to tell me something about your academics, and do you also work, and how do you manage to balance everything?
I have a master's in psychology, and I think of myself as a music entrepreneur. I manage my band, so I'm also an artist manager.
I have a master's degree in sociology. I am a social media influencer and a culture researcher. I love traveling and I design looks for my band, and I always make time to do the things I love.
Currently, I am a medical intern and will continue to pursue music whenever I get the time. I have been a musician since I was in school, so it's all about smart time management and hard work.
For all of us, we have been multitasking all our lives because we continued doing music while we were still in school. We continued through college, doing gigs whenever we could. So we were performing in different combinations of twos and threes and fours for whoever was available at that point of time. Now, Aziz is a mom. She is a full-time mom for a while, but she also now makes time for us to join us whenever she can to travel and do live gigs. So we've always been multitasking, and I think women are excellent multitaskers, and as musicians you have to find time to follow your passion, and that's what we've always been doing.
So, can you tell us more about your folk music, Lee? Does it comprise the traditional folk songs of your tribe? And what are the different instruments you use? I see that you're holding some very interesting looking instruments.
Fathers to our parents, and they in turn have shared this legacy with us, and we hope to continue this sharing of our music that is our history to the younger generation someday. So the songs that we sing are songs about life, songs about people, songs about seasons, songs about activities in the village. There are songs about love, friendship, death, and so many topics that anything that you think about, there will be a song about it. And the instruments that we play, commonly the tati or the single string instrument that we play has been passed down to us again from our ancestors. We also have shakers or the krokro. And sometimes we also use a wind instrument called the bamham, which has been invented by a fellow musician, Mr. Moa from Dimapur, Nagaland.
That's lovely. So, what made you carry forward the traditional songs, the folk songs of Nagaland, rather than, singing Hindi songs or Western music like most youngsters would do?
Our journey started in music because we started appreciating what is special about our folk music. And it's not that we don't perform Western or Hindi music. We do have a huge appreciation for that, and our audiences also request such performances from time to time. So we do that, but we have been primarily performing folk music of Nagaland, specifically Chokri Li, because we grew into it. As children, when we were introduced to folk music of our village, especially Chokri Li, we fell in love with the music.
And the stories
in
the songs.
Right, because what is special about our folk music is that it's not just music that we can enjoy, something to entertain ourselves, but it also talks about our people, our history, where we came from, the things that were important to our ancestors,
Our roots.
right, including the virtues, the qualities that defined who we were as a people. So for us, it was important to continue telling the stories and sharing what we knew about our people, because slowly these stories were fading out and nobody was retelling the stories anymore. So that's what took us on this journey, and we continue to do this because we feel that it's important for us who understand it to share it to people who don't know it yet.
You call yourselves storytellers, so do your songs tell stories?
We call ourselves storytellers because we always tell stories in everything that we do.
So in the clothes that we wear, in the jewelry that we wear, in the songs that we sing, there's always different stories about who we are as people, who we were as a people, our culture, our history. There's so many stories imbibed in all these things, in all these elements that we showcase as a band in our music. So for example, a single folk song would talk about so many things. And for instance, there's a song called Jepojelho Lizo, and it has 3 stories in it.
Jepojelho Lizo is about an old lady remembering her first love.
The song also talks about peach blossoms and cherry blossoms that bloom in 2 different seasons. One is spring and one is winter. So the song talks about how this old woman is reminded of her youth whenever she sees the blossoms, because they tell 2 different stories for her. The first story is about how when she was a young girl, people would call her and compare her to the beauty of a blossom, like a cherry blossom. And the second part of the story is about how these flowers remind us that life is so brief and short and we get to bloom only once. But it also talks about a story of hope that once the blossoms have faded, they will grow into fruits.
The third part of the song is about nostalgia and how a song can take you to different moods and memories.
of Nagaland to other parts of the country or even to different places in the world, how was your experience?
It has always been a blessing for us because music has taken us to places we have never imagined we'd go.
Our most memorable and interesting interactions have been with audiences outside the country.
There's always been this curiosity about who we are, where we come from whenever we have performed in this colorful attires and the unique language that we sing in, and we've always found that people have been struck by the appearances and the sounds that we bring to them. So it's always been a journey of discovery, of exchanging information, and of course starting new conversations about us. Even though we are part of the country of India, we are a distinct culture. We are Nagas and we sound and look different. So that's always been a very interesting conversation.
Mhm. And any message for all of our viewers, all of the young people watching you who dream big and perhaps who want to pursue music and become famous like you?
A lot of times people ask us what do we do besides the music, and for us musicians that is a very common question you'll face. And if you decide to take up music as a profession, we have only one advice for you, and that is if you are going to follow your passion, think about it as a passion first and as a business later. But if you're going to do music full time, then you have to put it all in, you have to put all your efforts in.
My message is to dream big and work hard for it.
Don't follow trends, but be a trendsetter and follow your heart.
To everyone who has been asking us advice, from our experience, we can only say that consistency is the key and always keep to your originality.
And what's your favorite Naga dish?
I have too many favorite Naga dishes. On top will be pork and fish.
I love organic Naga greens and I love chutneys with king chili in it, and any dish with smoked pork and boiled organic greens and some chutney on the sides.
I'm a hardcore Naga foodie and I love all Naga exotic dishes.
This last song is called Rosi. Rosi is the name of a beautiful flower, and the song reminds us to live beautiful lives and inspire everyone around us. The Rosi.
Oh
Thank you so much to the Tetseo sisters for making our Diwali even brighter. And with that, it's a wrap. It's good night. From all of us here at Inside Northeast, we wish you all a very happy Diwali.